take a lot of heat whenever I, being North American hunter, goes across an ocean to hunt somewhere. I mean, North American hunter hunting in Africa just doesn't make sense to some people, and rightfully so maybe. No matter where I go, I am still a North American hunter. I'm just traveling around seeing the world, meeting cool people, hunting cool critters, and that's exactly why I was so stoked to hit up Africa. I mean, it's a different world. I was super excited to go, but I had to admit to myself right away, I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
I am Hunter.
Had such a good morning on day number 2, put down a wildebeest, shot a beautiful water buck, the specific water buck we were after. Zebra was very high on my list, and Lawrence knew that, so we spent the day looking for zebra to no avail. Cut some tracks, got to watch Douglas work these tracks. It was amazing to see that. Never got any zebra. We were heading back to camp. I think my mind was already back at that bonfire, just reminiscing on the morning. It was an awesome day. And on the way back to the truck, Lawrence goes, stop, stop, stop. And up on the left, high, coming across this ridge, we saw a beautiful bachelor herd of impala.
Well, the impala, like most of the guys say, it's the whitetail of Africa. I think it's a good starting animal for any newbie to Africa.
Early on in the trip, I can't tell a good one from a decent one from a huge one. So, you know, I was completely relying on Lauren's knowledge at that point to figure out exactly which one to shoot. And they're crisscrossing, and they're back and forth, and they're right at 200 yards. Not too bad. You know, they finally separate, and he says, that's a good one. Take it. So I take the shot. 23-inch impala, beautiful, beautiful ram.
Good sized animal, good representative of an impala.
Well, an animal that was surely on my list, the whitetail of Africa, the gorgeous impala. We got on him, a little bit of a longer poke for a smaller animal like this, but here he is, absolutely beautiful. Day number 2, which we're standing in right now, 3 animals on the ground. Water buck we were after this morning, then a beautiful wildebeest, and then followed up by an impala right at sunset. It's gonna be hard to top today, but I know if there's a place to do it, it's gonna be right here at the Maroi. You're gonna have to forgive me for whispering right now. We're hunting crocodile. I never thought I'd have the opportunity to hunt crocodile. But from where I'm sitting right here on this rock, there's a very big, like 13-foot crocodile, 70 yards behind me. But he's laying in such a way that we cannot see his head. So we're gonna wait him out, hope that he moves, but more than likely he's probably gonna get up and slide into the bank. So, crocodiles in Africa, it's intense. Crocodiles in Africa, it's intense. You're gonna have to forgive me for whispering right now. There's a very big, like 13-foot crocodile, 70 yards behind me. Getting to hunt a crocodile, the Nile crocodile specifically, it's such a unique opportunity because most plains game you can go over, hook up with a different concession like we did with Hannes at Maroi, and they've got a certain allotment of tags that they can give out, whether it's this for kudu or this for zebra. So getting a plains game tag is not that difficult. Getting one for a crocodile, however, those tags don't come around very often. So when I got the opportunity to hunt a croc, I was elated. I mean, who wouldn't want to hunt a crocodile? So Lawrence and I hop out of the truck, and the weird part that I didn't see coming is he reminded me to be very, very quiet, even from like 300 yards out, because being an ancient reptile, his crocs have the ability to feel vibrations in the ground. So we get out of the truck and we tiptoe, not the final yards of the stock, the final, seemed like a quarter mile of the stock.
And getting up close onto them can be quite a challenge. You know, you'd be 200-300 meters away and they just slip into the water and you were dead quiet.
So we work through the grass, we've got Douglas with us, Lawrence, myself, we're trying to sneak up, step in one another's footprints, and we finally run out of real estate at about 170 yards.
The target that you're aiming at on the brain is size of a golf ball. And hitting that effectively to kill that crocodile effectively, it takes a lot of skill and confidence in your rifle and your shooting, obviously.
The good part about hunting crocodiles is that you have all the time in the world. So I took my time and I did everything right. I mowed the lawn a little bit, parted the weeds, found this perfect little hump in the terrain, got prone, settled in, no pressure, let myself calm down.
It depends if you're comfortable. If you're not, then I have no idea how I could get more comfortable on a croc.
Lawrence makes sure that, you know, he is indeed a good croc, very right on shore, right exactly where we want him. All I have to do is put the bullet in that golf ball at 165 yards.
How do you feel? Very, very good. Can you still spot him? Yeah, I got him. Okay, just right below that horn, right above the smile. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. I put my crosshairs right behind that croc's eye, just below that little horn they have, and I squeeze the trigger very, very slowly.
Wait. Is he down? He's down. He's down? Yeah, he's down.
That's some good shooting.
I am 5 parts excited and 4 parts terrified. I just shot my first Nile crocodile here in South Africa from those reeds just beyond that rock. And he was across that body of water right there. Now we're about to hop in the truck. I say 5 parts excited because he was my first and he's big. We were ate up with crocodiles. 4 parts terrified because now I have to walk up and make sure he's dead. So maybe we'll make Lawrence go do that first. But I'm done yabbing. Let's get in the truck and let's go look at him. The emotion that came over me after that croc was dead was, I almost vomited. And I felt horrible at the time, I really did, but it was like this adrenaline dump.
Getting up close on a big croc, most certainly one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
But when you're walking up to a crocodile, one that you're pretty sure is dead, but you're just not quite sure, when you walk up, it's one of the most unnerving things I've ever gone through, because one quick swipe and that 12-foot crocodile can spin around and snap and I'm in huge trouble. So it's completely unnerving. But to touch that crocodile, an animal that no one has touched for 50 years in the history of its life, 50-year-old crocodile, can't even put it into words. It was one of the most amazing feelings I've ever experienced.
I must say, the way we did this hunt, Luke put in a good shot at the range he was shooting at. We were just ecstatic about the whole thing, and I mean, emotional and exciting experience, you know, putting all these things together. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was excellent.
It's official. My first Nile crocodile out of South Africa is out of the water, officially mine, and I can't thank you enough. I don't think there has ever been a smile as big on my face. A 160-inch whitetail back in the States does not put a smile on my face like this does. Tell me a little bit about his age. You said you thought it was a male?
Yeah, male.
Okay.
At around 10, 11 feet. I'd say he's about, it's difficult to estimate, but he's about in his 50s.
Just a cool animal. There's nothing else on the planet like it.
Excellent.
Nothing.
Well done, once again.
Thank you. Lawrence, being the phenomenal PH that he is, I mean, he saw in my eyes what lit up when I talked about zebra. I wanted a zebra. But he also saw, I think maybe before I did, how my love of kudu was growing the more we saw them. But we got to the last day of the hunt, and he says, Luke, you know what, let's go find a kudu. And there was no way I was gonna argue with him. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So the final day of hunting comes, and the morning was a bit melancholy. I really wanted a kudu. Lawrence, probably more than I wanted one, wanted me to get a kudu. So that's exactly what we were focused on.
I knew Luke wasn't keen on that, specifically a kudu bull. But you know, once a person sees a very nice, majestic bull, I know that you just fall in love with it. And I started seeing Luke, you know, getting more interested in the kudu bull and at the look of one. And we headed to the end of the hunt and we decided, okay, now it's time for a kudu bull.
So after a number of unsuccessful stalks and we put in some miles, and finally a gift, there 50 yards through the brush stood a cow and a bull, and I couldn't see a lot of the horns. You know, Lawrence has been in this situation quite often. He's like, that is a good bull.
It makes the heart flutter. You know, it's you get a lot of emotions and things going through your mind, but seeing a beautiful kudu bull, it pumps the adrenaline.
We finally get on this bull kudu, and he was going through the brush. The shot is fleeting. He's with a cow. My producer is saying, I don't have him, I don't have him. And finally, everything comes together at that very specific moment, and I knew it was now or never. So we sneak up, I get on him, and the only thing I can really see is a whole pile of brush between me and him. He's not that far away, mind you. I mean, I've got a 270, he's at 40 or 50 yards. It's irrelevant at that distance exactly how far he is. And I'm just simply waiting for him to cut through the brush and make sure I have a clean shot.
If you didn't see it move, you wouldn't have believed it was there.
And I know that this door is gonna close very, very quickly if I don't do something. But he slows down very briefly. The angle wasn't great. He was quartering away very hard. I thought I had a clear shot, settled the crosshairs, and I punched that trigger.
You could just feel the relief and the emotion after the shot that had gone off, and the bush went quiet. You know, it's like almost an eerie kind of quiet.
So the gun goes off, the kudu runs, and all heck is breaking loose. And it was a very surreal feeling. It was something unique.
He hit him fairly well. It wasn't a bad angle, but I must say the shot that he took was effective. It took him down within 100 yards, not even 100 yards, maybe 80 yards. We picked up fresh blood, and we knew he was quite close. And within a couple of yards, we saw the magnificent, beautiful old bull.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That's a beautiful bull.
Look at that.
Oh, with the angle you had, you did excellent.
I was slightly worried with all the brush, I must admit, but I have to touch his horns.
So beautiful old bull, man.
I promised myself I wouldn't do it, Lawrence, that I would not fall in love with the kudu like everybody else does, but I saw one on the first day, it's now the last day, and I needed one. I wanted one so badly from the first one that we saw, and this is more than I could have ever hoped for.
Well, let me tell you, I think it's impossible for anyone to not fall in love with it. It's just such an amazing animal, beautiful and majestic.
So from the tail to the tip of the nose to the tip of the horns, they are truly, I was in love with the zebra. They are truly, these kudu are truly the most beautiful animals here in Africa. I couldn't be happier. I was a little nervous about the shot through the brush, but he did not go far. He didn't hardly go 100 yards, did he?
No, and you didn't have a good angle to work with, but I'm proud of the way you handled it.
Thank you.
And you went down.
He went down quickly.
Great stuff, man.
To a great trip. Thank you. Whether you like it or not, I will be back at Maroi.
I'm looking forward to it.